The ultimate cold calling script for wholesaling real estate. If you're looking to start cold calling motivated sellers this year, this is the ultimate guide for you. There are so many videos and gurus and cold calling telling you need to pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to learn cold calling, when really all you have to do is follow the step-by-step script that has made me millions of dollars in wholesaling real estate. And if you don't believe me, I even taught over 100,000 people the script, and it's yielded the best results in cold calling in the history of wholesaling real estate. The reason why this script is so simple is because after 7 years of wholesaling houses and cold calling, I've tested out pretty much every script possible. Some guru ones, some Jordan Belfort looking ones, some really salesy ones, some really casual ones. And this has hands down been the best one that's given me the best results. And frankly, when I started hitting about 10K a month strictly from cold calling in my dorm room in college, I kind of formulated the script and made it even better and better over time. It's so simple, I can teach it to a VA, a virtual assistant, halfway across the world to do it, even with broken English, and they get results because it's simple and easy. And I hate to say it, it's almost impossible to screw up. So let's break this down and let's just get into this cold calling script breakdown. Now, there is a reason why there's no downloadable section or anything crazy like that of my script. I'm just gonna put the words down below so you can copy it, because it's really 2 to 3 sentences. First thing, when we call a seller and they say hello, you're going to ask them, hey, is this the owner of 123 Main Street? Now, the reason why you ask that question is it's gonna throw the seller off like crazy. They're gonna be super confused. They're really not gonna know what's going on, and they're gonna be kind of flabbergasted, like, wait, what do you mean? You know my address? What? And the truth why we ask this question is the average seller, when they get a phone call, they think it's a scam. They don't have it on their contacts. Who is this person? It's kind of confusing. And the motivated seller gets really thrown off by this. And that's the point, because the average sales call they're getting from another wholesaler or the company, it's like, hello, this is Zach from Zach Home Solutions, and we want to give you a no obligation cash offer on your property. It's stupid. It's not relatable. No one's going to care. Hey, is this the owner of 123 Main Street? Like, that's, oh my gosh, wait, what? And that really throws them off, because when a seller picks up the phone, the first thing that goes through their mind is, this is a scam. How do I get off the phone as quick as possible? Remember, they're on their couch, they're watching their TV, they got the Kardashians on, they want to see what's going on with Chloe, and you get this random phone call, and they want to get off that phone as quick as possible to watch the game or their Kardashians or whatever. You have to entice them on the phone to keep the conversation going and actually create curiosity and interest in the phone conversation. This is why I asked this question. Now, once they say, yeah, I'm the owner of the property, usually it's with like, yeah, I am the owner. They're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Is this a long lost lover? Is this someone calling from jail? Is this a hospital? Like, what's going on? They're going to be shocked. You're going to ask them the next question, which is really straight to the point. Are you interested in selling that property? Now, they're either going to say yes or no, or they're going to give you an objection, which we're going to talk about later in this video. That's it. It's simple. Now, the seller's going to be shocked you're asking if they're the owner and then that question, but most wholesalers, when I tell them the script, they're equally as shocked. Why is it super complicated? It should be way more crazier than that. Oh, I feel like I can do it better. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. As somebody that's made millions of dollars cold calling, that runs a huge operation with this, that teaches hundreds of thousands of wholesalers, this has been my tried and true method that has always worked. Now, another reason why the script works so stinking well is because you get to the point. Do not dilly-dally, do not waste your time. When you're quicker with your script, you can actually get more phone calls. And if you do the average, I'm Zach, and are you looking for a no obligation cash offer, and you're getting the whole long-winded thing, you're spending way too much time. You could probably double the amount of volume and calls you make by doing this type of script and actually weed them out if it's a good wholesaling deal or not. First question is really to see if they're the owner, if our skip tracing was correct. And the second question here is to see if they're looking to sell the property. 100% of all motivated sellers and really good wholesaling deals, they say they're interested in selling their house. Then from there, we can qualify them and go through the acquisitions process that I teach in freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course. Pretty simple. You're not a boring salesperson. You're just kind of seeing if they want to sell their property. And that's what 99% of cold calling is all about. I'm being dead serious with you right now. The point of cold calling is just to find people who are interested in a cash offer on their property. There's no closing. There's none of these other things. We're not salespeople, right? Remember, we're not selling anything. We're just really qualifying people and seeing if they want to sell it. We're more of an interviewer than anything here. Now, with the script, you are going to get some objections. What I want to do is just kind of share them with you so you know what to say during these objections, especially with the script. So it makes it a lot more easier for you. Now, yes, the seller can say yes or no if they're looking to sell the property if they were interested. But on top of this too, you're going to get probably the most common objections out here. Number one, you're going to ask the motivated seller if they're looking to sell the property, or if they're interested, they're going to say, how did you get my number? Right? That's one of the biggest objections we get. And a lot of people really get stressed out and they feel like they're being interrogated by a cop. I got it online, and they flip out. This is not not how you answer this objection. Now, you remember in cold calling or sales or anything, you want to shift the blame on somebody else. And so when somebody asks you, where did you get the number? Or where did you get my phone number? I just say, well, my partner compiled a list of areas that we might want to buy in that are actually fit our criteria. And he gave me this list and I'm just calling people seeing if they're looking to sell their property. Well, where did he get my phone number? Well, I mean, I can go ask him, but he's not here right now. I can go ask him at the end of the day and call you back if that's something you really want. But like, I have no idea how he got his number. I think he just got a list. I'm not too sure. Then you go from there. I mean, most motivated sellers don't really care too much how you got their number, but really it is technically all public information. But really that's how I always answer it. Just say my partner got it. My partner's not here. Now remember too, you have to understand when you get in your cold calling, there's going to be 3 fundamental things you have to understand that's going to build your confidence talking to motivated sellers. And you actually might get asked these questions when you're cold calling. This is who you are, what do you want, and why do you want it? Let me repeat myself. You have to fundamentally know this stuff, because if you don't have this answered in the back of your mind before you even do your first cold call, you're going to not sound confident at all. Who you are, what do you want, and why do you want it? Now, let's answer the first one, who you are. You're gonna ask the question, who are you? Well, my name's Zach, and me and my partner are looking to buy a couple more properties in the area for cash. Are you looking to sell yours? Simple and easy. Next one is, what do you want? I'm looking to buy some houses in the area. You obviously, if you're not looking to sell your house, I'm not gonna buy it, but I am looking to buy properties in the area. And why do you wanna buy houses in the area, right? Well, me and my partner, we buy houses and we do a lot of things with them. Usually we'll buy them and rent them out. Sometimes we'll buy it, fix it up and flip it. It really depends on the type of property, but fundamentally it is to make money either to rent it or to resell it. And it's pretty simple. I mean, you're being straight up and honest with them. They know you're not buying houses just to hoard them like a pile of gold. And so it makes sense, and it's like, okay, this person's not a scammer. He actually is looking to make some money on it. And yeah, it makes sense. Buy it, rent it out, or buy it and flip it, right? Pretty fundamental, easy concept. Now you're also gonna get asked other things like, number one, like, what's your offer? You know, some sellers are gonna be super aggressive with this. Say, are you looking to sell your property? Oh, what's my offer? What's your offer? Tell me the offer of my house right now. Tell me the offer, tell me the offer. And they're super aggressive and angry. Now, the one thing you gotta remember is when someone's super aggressive and super angry with you, do you fight fire with fire, or do you fight fire with water? You fight fire with water, right? You gotta cool the situation down. When someone's super aggressive with you with what's your offer, what's your offer, what's your offer, the best way to handle this is the car analogy. Hey, Mr. Seller, before I give you an offer, let me ask you a question. Have you ever bought a car? Yeah, of course I bought a car. Well, before you bought the car, did you test drive it? Yeah, of course I test drove the car. Well, kind of like me giving you an offer, I have to test drive the house. I actually have to see it in person before I give you an offer. You gotta remember, I'm a man of my word here, Mr. Seller. And when I give you an offer, it's firm. There's no negotiating, there's no haggling, there's no cutting corners on it. That's my firm offer. I put my word and my reputation on. And for me to do that, I actually have to go look at the property and see it for myself. When's a good time for me to come by and actually look at the house, Mr. Seller? You see how I flipped that with him being super aggressive with me? When can I go see your house? Oh, shoot, things are getting real right now, right? That's a great way to flip it. It's called the car analogy. I love using it. It works really, really well. Now, there's some other like weird ones I always get. Like one that I don't like, it's an objection, but not is, well, if I were to sell my house, where would I move to? And that, oh my gosh, it drives me crazy when I get that objection. But usually what I say, it's kind of a smart comment, you know, but it's like, well, usually when people sell houses, they use that money that they got and they buy another house or they rent another house out. Now, I can't really give you advice on where to move to, so it's ultimately up to you. I mean, people think they're really cute and smart saying that, but it's like, well, you get money and usually buy another house or you rent something out. And the last one, which is kind of the weirdest one, but this is an objection you should know, is I don't know if I want to sell the house, or I don't know. The best way to answer that is, well, Mr. Seller, before I called you, were you even considering selling your house or thinking about it? And if the answer is no, when you called, no, maybe, that's a big indicator. So if the seller wasn't thinking about selling their house before you called them, it's probably not a good wholesaling deal. If they were, yes, it's a good wholesaling deal. But really, guys, that is my cold calling script for 2024. A lot of people really love complicating wholesaling and complicating my scripts, but really it's as simple as I made it. Ask them if they're the owner of the property and ask them if they're interested in selling it. That's 99% of the work. Just get behind that phone, start dialing, getting some phone numbers, and you'll get rich wholesaling houses. Guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, go to freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.